Hey guys, we got this picture here from Andrew Kreisberg's Twitter actually a couple days ago. He took this picture, and it's the hashtag Supergirl, suggesting that it's the set of Supergirl. What's definitely familiar for this is this picture here from Lois and Clark set. Definitely looks very similar, just missing these pieces, which they would kind of put away. Yeah, definitely seems, possibility that they look like they would reuse the same photo. People have asked him on Twitter when he tweeted this out, is this the same set? And he hasn't confirmed it yet, but it looks pretty much like the same set. It's kind of hard for me to see it right now in my lighting, but and it definitely is a dark picture, but it definitely seems a cool idea of reusing the same set with, Dean Cain, having him back on the same set. That would be very cool to see. The one thing though, for me, I just feel like having the smaller building compared to like the big tall buildings that they had in Smallville, that they had in all the movies, and they always had that big layer of 20-story building type thing versus this 3-story building. It doesn't really give that a sense of feel to it, especially when you're looking outside. But then again, maybe with camera angles or whatnot, they can change this and make this be the bottom of the building, and kind of change it up and make it look on the outside it looks the same, but on the inside it looks different or whatnot. But I think they would probably go for you go for the same outside, go for the same inside, just because if they still have the same outside, they probably still have the same inside set, or be easy to recreate and good homage to pay. So definitely think it's a cool idea of doing that. But I just like the whole idea of having a bigger, taller building for the Daily Planet to really give it that, they're the main planet, they're the newspaper in town. They're the website to check up on that everyone goes on and looks at. They're the top news selling app and stuff like that. The building, the reporting news type thing. So I think that would definitely gives it more feeling when it's a bigger building, instead of keeping it a small building like what they have now. I think the whole idea of having one of the main things is having the bigger building. You get that kind of different layers, different levels, and the idea that Kara, could be at the bottom, on the bottom level, like Chloe first started in Smallville, and then you could have Clark Kent and Lois Lane at the top. So we never really need to see them, but we know that they're there. They're at the top of the building. They're the ones writing the newspaper. And we see Lois's name at the front, the top front page all the time. Clark's name in the front page, and stuff like that, and see that. That there's always that possibility, and that would make more sense, especially if we have Cat Grant. Cat Grant is usually same level, trying to run with Lois, competing with Lois a lot of times, just losing to Lois only because Superman's giving her the exclusive interview and stuff like that. So I definitely think that having the different levels, you could have Cat Grant going up and down. Her her office, having a big office up top and kind of making her on the same level as Lois and Clark, and kind of having the idea that we could always see Lois and Clark, but she could just come down and stuff like that. So I think that's definitely the way that they should do it. Having the whole separate. There's always a possibility of seeing a Lois, seeing a Clark. Even if we never see them for like a full episode, we just see the back of them, or we just see them for here bits and pieces, or nods that they are around. I think that's definitely the way I would like to see it go. But if they do, we want to just keep the whole thing the same set and the same inside, and the whole small building of Lois and Clark. It wouldn't be the end of the world. I just feel like it takes away from that, the bigness of how big of an impact they have. I mean, back in the 70s and stuff like that, or was it the 80s or 90s when the Lois and Clark was on, newspapers were in and stuff like that. There wasn't no internet, there was nothing like that. So having the bigger building would definitely be a better idea. Better idea for me. I think I prefer that idea. But there's always a possibility that you could just use this bottom half as like one floor and digitize the rest of it, and just kind of have maybe there are 2 or 3 floors in this building, and pretend that this is just the bottom of this massive building that they CGI a massive building on top of. So let me know what you think, guys, about this. Which way would you like to see them go with the Daily Planet on Supergirl? And I'll see you guys in the next video.